Understanding the profound truths about life in our world is both a gift and a weight to bear. The deeper we dive into life's enigmas, the more we uncover the reality hidden beneath the surface, and that isn't always easy to manage. That's why today we present 7 harsh truths highly spiritual people will struggle with but eventually overcome in their lives. At the core of spiritual growth often lies an existential crisis, a dark night of the soul, a passage that each seeker must navigate. It's an inevitable step, a descent into the shadowy depths of one's own self. This phase is inescapable because it is in this darkness that the roots of our spirit delve deep into the earth. This is an invitation for you to venture into the uncharted territories of your own consciousness, urging you to question, seek, and yearn for answers to the fundamental mysteries of existence. This crisis, disorienting as it may be, serves a divine purpose. It peels away the superficial layers, revealing the core of our true selves and what genuinely matters. During this phase, you may notice that your beliefs and understanding of life is shattered. What once provided solace may no longer satisfy, and old habits that once seemed harmless may unveil their destructive nature. This is not a form of punishment, but rather a process of purification and clarification. As your inner thoughts and beliefs transform, so too will your external world. Relationships, jobs, and pastimes that do not align with your evolving truth will naturally fall by the wayside. While this process can be painful, it is an essential part of growth, just like shedding old skin to allow the new to emerge. Loss is inherent in this process. Friends who once walked closely with you may no longer recognize you or wish to accompany you on this new path. Grieving these losses and feeling the pain of their departure is natural, yet within this pain lies a potent seed of transformation. As you navigate the dark night of the soul, you may feel as if life has lost its meaning. Your very existence may seem endangered due to inner turmoil and anguish. The rewards of this journey are manifold, but they require your willingness to embrace and learn from these challenges. By embracing this darkness rather than fleeing from it, you allow your spirit to undergo the metamorphosis required for genuine growth. You are being remodeled from the inside out, crafted into a vessel capable of holding a purer form of consciousness. As a spiritual seeker, you may yearn for absolute truths, but the more you explore, the more you realize that truth isn't always black and white. The spiritual journey is teeming with paradoxes and complexities that can be challenging to fathom. What holds true for one person may not for another. In numerous spiritual traditions, it is acknowledged that what is true on one level of reality may not hold on another. The truths of the physical world, for instance, may not be relevant in the spiritual realm. Embracing this complexity involves making peace with doubt and uncertainty. Doubt can be a potent tool for growth, prompting us to question, delve deeper, and not accept things at face value. It keeps us humble and open to new possibilities, preventing the spiritual ego from becoming entrenched in its presumed enlightenment. During your journey, you may discover that some of the beliefs you once cherished no longer serve you. You gain a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all things, the impermanence of form, and the eternal nature of consciousness. The quest for profound, meaningful love is often one of the most significant challenges for those on a spiritually awakened path. When your soul yearns for a connection that transcends the ordinary, going beyond the physical and delving into the realms of the spiritual and soulful, the journey can be lonely. You seek not just a partner but a soulmate, someone who resonates with your highest self. A soulmate doesn't refer to a predestined partner, but rather someone who resonates with your awakened spirit, understanding that love is a spiritual practice. This is not merely about finding love, it's about attracting the kind of love that mirrors your innermost self. Staying true to your awakened spirit, not compromising your values, and maintaining the depth you've discovered within yourself are vital. While this fidelity to your soul's needs may narrow your path, it also elevates your journey. It's essential, therefore, to nurture and comprehend your essence. The more you do, the more you radiate with an inner light that can attract someone who values depth over superficiality. Cultivating self-love lays the foundation for a relationship that isn't just about a physical match, but about a match for your soul's presence. This path necessitates patience, faith not only in the universe, but also in the divine timing of your life. Your longing is a call to the universe for that kindred spirit, but remember, the universe doesn't operate on our schedules. In the meantime, the love you seek from another is also seeking you. The connections you desire are forming unseen, preparing to manifest at just the right moment. So, While the search for a soulful partner continues, let the love you carry within you be a gift to the world. Suffering is one of the most profound truths that spiritual individuals face. Regardless of one's advancement on their spiritual journey, suffering is an inescapable part of the human experience. It's a theme that connects all lives. Embracing the full spectrum of life, including its trials and tribulations, opens us to the profound teachings that suffering can offer. Suffering comes in various forms, from physical and emotional to mental and spiritual, and it can manifest as evident as the pain of a physical injury, or as subtle as the ache of a longing heart. Despite its universal nature, suffering is often something we fear, resist, or misunderstand. Yet, if we are to grow and mature on our spiritual path, understanding and learning from suffering is crucial. The spiritual approach to suffering isn't about seeking it out or glorifying it in any way. Rather, it's about recognizing its role in our evolution. When we experience suffering, it can crack the surface of our ego, revealing the deeper layers of our being and reminding us of our shared vulnerability. Suffering can break down the walls we've built around our hearts, opening us up to a more profound sense of compassion and empathy, both for ourselves and for others. Moreover, suffering can often serve as a catalyst for transformation. It can shake us from complacency, prompting us to question our life's direction, values, and purpose. It encourages us to seek new perspectives, find strength, and discover resilience we may not have known we possessed. Wisdom traditions from around the world teach us that the key to dealing with suffering is not to escape it, but to go through it with awareness. This means acknowledging our pain, sitting with it, understanding its roots, and learning what it has to teach us. It's about finding the delicate balance between accepting suffering as a part of life and not becoming identified with it. It teaches us to be present with what is rather than what we wish would be. In that presence, we often find the seeds of healing and growth. Through acts of service, compassion, and kindness, we transform our individual suffering into collective healing, a powerful step toward spiritual maturity. So, while suffering may be an inescapable part of the human experience, it is also a profound teacher on the spiritual path. The spiritual journey is a profound venture into the unknown, a path laden with challenges that often seem to contradict our very human instincts. One of these challenges is the act of letting go. While it may seem simple, letting go can be one of the most complex and demanding tasks we face. Letting go is not just a physical release, it's a metaphysical one. It's about releasing the tight grip our minds and egos have on ideas, desires, and attachments. This includes letting go of material possessions, outdated beliefs, old grudges, and past disappointments, anything that hinders our spiritual growth and freedom. The difficulty in letting go arises from the fact that our ego, our sense of a separate self, finds identity in the past and security in the familiar. Our psyche is wired to cling to experiences, relationships, and identities that it has grown accustomed to, even when they no longer serve us or cause us pain. Letting go requires us to confront the unknown, embrace uncertainty, and trust in the unfolding of life. It asks us to surrender to a greater wisdom, a universal flow that governs all of existence. The practice of letting go is deeply intertwined with the practice of trust. Trusting the process of life requires a leap of faith, a faith that doesn't rest on the predictability of outcomes, but on the inherent goodness of the universe. When we let go, we make room for new experiences, opportunities, and perspectives to enter our lives. It's about creating space for growth and expansion. Letting go also means forgiving ourselves and others. Forgiveness is a release of the heavy burden of resentment and animosity, which can block the flow of spiritual energy in our lives. Through forgiveness, we liberate ourselves from the chains of negative past experiences and open our hearts to the healing power of love. Each act of letting go is a lesson in humility and an acknowledgement of the transient nature of all things. It is a practice that aligns us with the truth that everything is impermanent and that our true essence is not found in the external trappings of life, but in the depths of our being. Self-reflection is an art, a sacred dialogue with oneself that highly spiritual individuals often find requires them to confront parts of themselves that they may not like. Self-reflection involves turning inward, peering into the places within us that are often veiled in darkness, the fears, insecurities, and suppressed emotions residing in what Carl Jung termed the shadow. This shadow is not just a repository of negative traits but also of potential gifts, unexplored talents, and energies that have been pushed aside in our quest for social acceptance. Engaging in shadow work is a commitment to truth, an acknowledgement that our darker characteristics are as much a part of us as our virtues. This acknowledgement is not an act of self-condemnation, but an embrace of the totality of our being. In this acceptance lies the seeds of transformation. Self-reflection and shadow work are akin to excavation, digging deep into the psyche to unearth the roots of our behaviors and emotions. It's about asking the hard questions, understanding why we react a certain way, identifying our true fears, and tracing the origins of our beliefs. This inner work is not about discarding parts of ourselves or creating a new persona. Rather, it's about integrating all aspects of our being into a harmonious whole. As spiritual beings, we are called not to perfection, but to wholeness, which encompasses the light and the dark, the seen and the unseen, the known and the mysterious. In this embrace of wholeness, we find the truest expression of freedom. The spiritual journey is an endless one, not a destination. It's like the flow of a river, constantly moving and changing, never exactly the same in any two moments. Learning to embrace the fluid nature of life and our personal development is central to spiritual growth. It's in the perpetual flow where we discover the essence of our existence, not in any static state of arrival. The spiritual path is not about becoming someone else, but about continuously becoming more profoundly and authentically ourselves. Each moment offers an opportunity to expand and deepen our understanding of who we are and how we connect with the world around us. If the concept of never-ending improvement feels daunting, consider the alternative: a stagnation of spirit, a life devoid of discovery, a journey cut short. It's the ongoing nature of the journey that keeps life vibrant and exciting. The realization that there is no ultimate state of enlightenment to achieve frees us from the pressure of arrival, allowing us to fully engage with the process itself. You may find that the milestones you once sought, such as becoming a master or reaching enlightenment, shift and evolve as you do. Enlightenment is not a permanent state to achieve. It's a series of moments, insights, and experiences that enlighten us to new aspects of our existence. It's not the cessation of learning, but the embrace of continuous growth. This journey is not without its challenges, with highs and lows, successes and failures. Yet, through this spectrum of experience, we come to appreciate the fullness of life. As you continue on your path, let this knowledge guide and comfort you. The journey is endless, and that is not a burden but a precious gift, the gift of eternal becoming. For more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Wishing you the best.